Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining me. This is Ciara from Ciara T Designs, and today I have these really fun heart watercolor bookmarks to share with you. So let's jump right in. So I actually cut this cardstock down a while ago when I started making bookmarks before my Christmas market. So these measure 2 by 8 inches. And they are just watercolor paper that I have on hand. Now, if you guys remember from before my market last year, my market was Halloween, I talked about wanting to make bookmarks and then I wanted to sell them in my shop. So I wanted to create more bookmarks to put in the shop. One of my goals for February is to add stuff to my shop, mostly my cards that I have on hand and the watercolor bookmarks. But as always, I like to show you what I'm up to in case you want to make your own. I understand that, shipping can be quite a pain and it is a bit fun to create your own thing. So I'm going to show you exactly how I created mine, and you can make your own if that's of interest to you, or you could potentially purchase one from my shop if that's of interest to you. So both options exist. So we are going heart themed for a few reasons. One, because it's February and I don't see why not. And because two, I did my challenge this month based on love in all its forms. So I thought it would be really fun to just kind of create something that would fall into that theme as well if you're struggling with the challenge idea at all. This kind of gives you a little more inspiration. So for the first one, I'm just painting hearts in random shades of pinky purpley colors. Really, you could use any colors here, whatever your preference is. You guys know, if you've been with me for any length of time, pink, purple are kind of my favorite colors. So that is where I end up kind of going. So I painted a bunch of hearts, and I'm going to say we. I have no idea why. I just say we, but I mean me and the cats, I guess. And then for the second bookmark, I'm going to paint overlapping hearts in the rainbow color scheme. You guys know, again, that I love rainbows. They are my favorite color palette. That is why I work in them so much, so often. They always make me smile. And I find, especially in the winter, if you're newer to my channel, I'm Canadian and I live in northern British Columbia. And here you can see that Aqua is actually laying on the desk. As always, she's just up above my glass mat, and she likes to chase my paintbrush as I use it, or drink my paint water. It really depends. Here she's trying to stick her foot in my paint, so you'll see me slide the paint palette down quite a bit. And I love rainbows. They just make me so happy, especially in the winter that is really, really cold and really, really snowy. Oddly, this last week has actually been warm-ish and raining for us, so that's kind of weird. Yeah, here she's trying to play in the waters. It's actually been like 4 degrees Celsius and it's been raining. So really, really weird seasonal weather at this time, but generally, regardless, I like rainbows. It doesn't seem to matter what it is, but I do find I gravitate to them a lot more in the winter just because I find the vibrant colors make me smile. And sometimes I get a little bit of seasonal depression as the winter kind of drags on. So this is a really good way for me to kind of create something that makes me happy, makes me smile, and I just really enjoy making. So, there's no right or wrong here. Pick whatever color palette excites you. You could do this in an ombre. So you could start with a light color and start adding more and more paint and make it darker and darker as you go along the bookmark, however you want to do. And if you don't want to do hearts, do stars, do circles, do squares. It really doesn't matter. The whole idea here is just that you sit down and create something, and it doesn't matter what it is. Really doesn't. So hopefully you'll bust out. And if you don't have watercolors, that's okay. Use your ink pads. You could, or use some of your sprays, or use some of your reinkers. Just be very aware that they are incredibly pigmented. So just be aware of that if you decide to use your reinkers. But use whatever liquidy-ish medium you have, or create a liquidy medium. Like I said, you could squish your ink pad down on a glass mat or on a slick surface like a package from a stamp set, and just use water and a paintbrush. Like, there are so many things you could do here. So that one is kind of my rainbowy one. I love rainbows, like I said to you guys. And then this one, I kind of was just playing with colors. There was no really rhyme or reason to this one. I just painted a whole bunch of hearts. And if you don't want to make bookmarks, but you want to do something similar like these ideas, do it as a card front. You can tailor this to be whatever you want it to be, as long as you're having fun and enjoying it, and they don't need to be anywhere near perfect. You can see my hearts are all sorts of different sizes and shapes, and some are chubby, some are skinny, some are kind of wonky. does not matter. The whole idea is just sit down and create something that makes you smile. And that's all that matters. Okay. I just want you guys to feel inspired, whatever that looks like for you. So I'm going to paint just a bunch of random hearts on this one. They don't overlap on this first layer. So I kind of went in with a warm or like a really, really bright pink. And then I kind of end up mixing a little bit of yellowy tone to it. So it ends up a little more orange as I go down the bookmark. And then I'm going to bring in 2 other colors after this is pretty much dried. So on the second bookmark, I had my colors blend into each other. That was intentional. And on this one, I want to layer them. So I need this first layer to be completely dry before I end up coming back and adding in my second set of colors. So at this point, I've walked away. I've come back. They're completely dry now. And now I'm going to add a bunch of purple on top because, again, pink and purple is kind of my jam. But you could do anything here. You could do orange. It would look really pretty because you have like a sunset effect. You could do, if they're fully dry, you could pretty much go in with any color and it wouldn't matter. Generally, I would advise you to be a little careful if you're going to use the complementary color to a color, which for pink, it would probably be... It would be green technically because pink is, a variant of red, and green and red are complementary colors, but it just depends on how you've mixed it. But if you're layering and your layers are completely dry, because again, we're coming back in here, as long as it's completely dry, it shouldn't matter what you layer. So now I've brought in this kind of yellowy orange mixture that's on my palette, and I'm going to play with that, and I'm going to keep adding random colors, and I'm just going to kind of, add hearts across the panel just for entertainment value. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no planning other than knowing I wanted to make bookmarks and I had the intention of doing hearts. I had no plan here. I just sat down and played with my supplies, and I hope that that will inspire you to do that as well, because it's really just about having some fun and creating something that makes you smile. So hopefully you will do that. And then I'm going to come in with so this is a Pearlescent watercolor palette, and I rarely use it, and I don't know why, I just so rarely use it. And I thought it would be fun to add this as splatter across the panels. So I kind of go in with this rosy color, and then I'm also going to go in with the blue color above the purple one on the left hand side there. And they just added a little shimmer and shine in the background. You could skip this step if you don't have anything like this, or alternatively, use your Perfect Pearls mix. It would just give you a more translucent shimmer. And then before we go in and do the pen details, which I think always really brings everything together, I am going to make sure they are 100% dry, because I don't want watercolor to go all over my pen and then have my pen not write properly. So I'm going to bring in my Copic Multiliners. They're what I use in my journal all the time when you guys see me do my bullet journal stuff. There's the same markers or pens that I use for that. And I'm going to bring in the 0.5 to start with. So it's a bit of a thicker nib, and I'm just going to outline them. And it doesn't matter to be perfect. Mine are not perfect. I just went around the shape. And even in some areas, I didn't go around the shape even particularly well. Like on that top part, you can see the bottom has like a bit of space there. It doesn't matter. It's just because I like the pen detail. If you don't like pen detail, skip that spot. You don't need to do it. You can leave that out and leave them just watercolory. I like a black outline. It just, I don't know, to me looks more finished, but there's no one's going to tell you can or can't do. There's no art police, no matter how much people think they are. So they don't need to be telling you what you can and can't do. And on this one, I just added more hearts in the black. I just like that kind of bold black with these fun colors. I thought it was really fun. That one ended up actually being my husband's favorite bookmark, this one with all the hearts kind of overlapping here. And then on the rainbowy one, I'm going to bring in a smaller nibbed pen. I'm going to bring in a 0.1, so it's quite fine, and I'm going to do sketchy lines around it. And now the sketchy lines, your aim is for them not to be perfect. That is the whole idea. You want them to just be sketchy and liney and look hand drawn, right? Like, we're not aiming for perfection. We're just aiming to have some fun and add some interesting detail. And I did add a lot of little black hearts to this one. I'm one of those things, I am a more is more style creator, so I tend to not know when to stop as a general rule. So I just kind of kept adding little hearts until I was kind of happy with how it looked. You can add as many or as few. And then this is where I got in with the sketchy pen. So this is a lot thinner, and it just kind of, you can see I'm intentionally lifting my pen quite a bit to add that sketchiness, because I really want them to be, choppy intentionally. So this is really kind of a freeing exercise because you can't mess it up because there's no right way to do. There's no wrong way to do. Like, you can do however you wanna. And it's kind of fun because when you layer up the hearts, you can see where one ends and one starts, and then it kind of ends up looking like they're sitting on top of each other, which I love for this technique. It just looks really cool. So I had a lot of fun with this middle one. I'd say the middle one, the rainbow one, is my favorite, but that's just because rainbows are my favorite. So I kind of just lean that direction. And then I did seal it with a little bit of hairspray. I seal all of my watercolor bookmarks just because they are going to be used in someone's book, ideally. So I want to be very careful that the color cannot go on anything. This would equate to anything you want to seal, really. I use hairspray. I generally don't seal my cards, but you can if that's of interest to you. And then I'm going to add these fun little tassels. And I got these little tassels on Amazon in a mix pack. So I picked out 3 different colors that I thought would look really fun with these bookmarks. So that multi-hearted one got a black one. This one got kind of a creamy white one. And then the first bookmark that I made gets this fun pink one. So I don't know. I just had fun picking out different colored tassels for each of the bookmarks. But yeah, that is pretty much what I have for you guys today. I'm going to show you them all in all of their glory. I'm going to show you the other bookmarks I've made as well in case that's of interest to you, because they will all be up on my website this month at some point. I'm not 100% sure when I will get them all up. It does take me a little bit to do the listings and get all the shipping prepared and all that kind of stuff in the back end of it. So, but if you're of interest, they are going to be on my website at some point this month. Generally, I'm working on being better about my mail list. So you would see that kind of an update in my mail list. So if that's of interest, you can go to my website and sign up to my mailing list. If you want to kind of keep up to date with what I'm up to, that I'm hoping to do monthly recaps, and then I want to start doing more freebies that I can send through the email to people, as well as like a thank you for, hanging out with me and being a part of my little community and just, hanging out. So I will have that as well. So these are the bookmarks that I've already previously made that will be for sale. And for anybody who saw the tree ones back when I first started making bookmarks, was a while ago, I will make more of those. I probably won't record it because you guys have already seen me make them, but I will make more of those. Those all sold out at the market, as did all of the Galaxy ones, so I'm sure I'll make more of those as well. But that is what I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you leave me a like, leave me a comment, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I do new videos every Monday and Thursday. Thank you so much to my members, and leave me a heart if you made it all the way to the end. Thank you guys, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now.